Hello Minecrafters, Arctic Shark Games here, coming at you with another Minecraft Bedrock Edition commands tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on an entity limiter, a sort of anti-lag command system that's going to count how many entities are nearby the player, and if there's too many, it's going to unalive some of those entities and remove them. You can see on the bottom of my screen, I have a chicken counter telling me that the limit of chickens in the area is 30 and that I have 28, and that'll only pop up on screen if I have too many chickens. So without further ado, let's go over some of the details and reasoning behind why we're doing this system, and then I will go through each command and show you exactly how the system works. Now, the reason why we're doing this system is I have a pile of chickens over here, and this is sort of simulating those chicken cooker farms, those entity cramming farms, which actually can be quite detrimental to a server. If you have a chicken cooker with, like, let's say 100 chickens inside of the chicken cooker, that actually can completely stop mob spawns at all. Natural mob spawns like this horse, that chicken, or a creeper, or a zombie and stuff like that all rely on the same worldwide mob cap. There's an entity limit across the entire world, and if you let players fill up that limit, then other players will be unable to experience the game positively and farm those animals like they would like to. Now, one way, before we go over my system, which is going to eliminate extra mobs, another way you can do is actually name tagging the mobs. So I've named all these mobs with a little period. If we run around and name tag mobs, that actually will remove this mob from the mob limit. So now that this horse is named with a period there, you can name him whatever you want, then that horse actually no longer counts towards the limit. So mobs that players have, it would be good to ask your players or go around and help your players name all their mobs, will actually help mob farms increase in efficiency. So now the way that this works here is it'll tell me how many chickens are around me. It counts the chickens within 120 blocks of me, and it adds a point to me. So if I put another chicken down, it'll go up to 29 chickens, but this is where I've let my limit be. So if I put more chickens down, it's going to actually kill the last chicken. It's going to unalive that chicken, and it's going to make sure that I'm always staying at 29 chickens or less. And then it only works also if I have 27 chickens or more. It will actually pop up on this message on screen, but it won't put the message up if I don't have as many. So you can choose how long the message is on your player's screen as well. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the actual command system here. A system like this would have to be located inside of a ticking area. If you guys are unfamiliar with ticking areas, I'll throw a link to my ticking area video on the top of the screen, but basically ticking areas are something that will keep the command blocks loaded, so this will work worldwide. So now let's go ahead and jump into the chat bar here, and we're going to go ahead and run a one-time command adding a scoreboard objective. So I did chickens in my example, so I named my scoreboard name chicken. You can name your objective name whatever you'd like. I suggest you name it based on the type of entity that we're actually counting. So scoreboard objectives add chicken dummy. And once we've done that, it should pop up and say an objective was added named chicken for you. For me, it's going to say one already exists. Alright, so now that we have a objective name, we're going to go ahead and set up a repeat unconditional always active command block, and I have a tick delay of 5. You could put a slightly larger tick delay if you'd like. I highly suggest you use tick delays on repeat commands when possible. So we're going to go / scoreboard player set at anyone chicken 0. So that's going to reset my chicken count. And then we're going to go chain unconditional always active. And we're going to go execute at anyone as entity type equals. And then this is where you're going to put the type of mob that we're counting. So we're counting chickens, but you could change that to cow, for example, if you'd like to. And then we're doing it within 120 blocks. Run scoreboard players add a player within 120 blocks, chicken 1. So that's going to add 1 point on the chicken scoreboard for every chicken that's nearby the person within 120 blocks. And then we have chain unconditional always active. So this is going to be the outcome when there's too many chickens. So this is execute at anyone scores equals chicken equals 30 ... So you would put your objective name there if you're doing a different objective name. And then we're going to run kill at entity type equals, and you would put your entity type here if you're doing a different entity type. But type equals chicken in our example, and then I did rm equals 2, c equals 1. So that means it will choose a chicken that's more than 2 blocks away from me, but it'll still choose the closest chicken. And then that is the actual counter and limiter, so that'll count the chickens and then unalive the chickens if there's too many, but it doesn't pop up on screen or anything like that. You could optionally put this message on screen like I did to sort of warn the players and explain to the players, what's happening. So this is also repeat unconditional, always active, and this is execute as anyone scores equals chicken equals 27 ... So you can choose however many you'd like. I chose, to give the players a warning, two chickens before there's too many chickens, so to speak. To kind of let them know that they're getting close to having too many. And then you would change that objective name there again to your objective name if you did a different one. So you do cow equals 27 ... And then we're going to run a title raw at self on the action bar. And this is where we're going to use that confusing raw text. Before we start this part here, if you guys are having any trouble with raw text or having any trouble with these type of commands in general, please feel free to jump into the Shark Commanders Discord and ask a question, as well as I'm going to have all the commands from this video in the description of the video where you can copy and paste all the commands as well. So we're opening up a raw text, and then we're going to put some brackets and all that fun kind of stuff. We're going to open up a normal text, and then we're going to go chickens in the area. And you can see I use some special color symbols and stuff like that. And then we're going to open up a score, and we're going to choose name is self, and we're going to choose objective is chicken. So if you used a different objective name, you're going to change that there as well to cow, for example, or whatever it was. And then we're going to close out that score. We're going to open up another text, and we're going to put a special color symbol, and I did a /n, so it would be down on a new line. And then I did warning chicken limit per area is 30. So you can do whatever you'd like to, whatever limit you put, you would write there as well. So if you guys found this video helpful, or if you guys would like more Bedrock Edition command tutorials, please go ahead and jump onto the Arctic Shark Games YouTube channel and subscribe if you're having a lot of helpful videos. Now, another thing that I do which is very similar to this, which I will throw a link into the description, is a trash item limiter as well, which basically is the same exact concept and counts items, but you could use either one of these systems for any different entity type that you would like. And if you guys found this video helpful, please go ahead and jump in the Shark Commanders Discord, throw a like on the video, all that fun stuff, and don't forget to keep on commanding.